It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' burner at wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Eagles and the Vikings, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from the link. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the former Wildcat, played his college ball in Tucson at the University of Arizona, their rookie quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. On 4th down, Daniel Whelan is on to punt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Up the middle they go. And the Eagles have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line. Now this looks like a design run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slides and kick it away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Here's Jake Camarda now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 22-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run it on the inside. Not much there.
I just said over there and say don't plug that.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
So now plug it back in the right way with 2 hands. Okay, just put your blade on back.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. In motion, it's Waddle. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone. because it's 1st and goal.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
The return starts from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. He'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Demario Davis there on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one on target to Moore. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play. So after 14-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Second and 11. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6. Gonna look deep, looking for Moore. And he will go all the way. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Minnesota. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Vikings are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Man in motion, heading left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Look wide, get this one complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. one complete to Moore. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll look to throw again. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And he will score! DJ Moore, touchdown Vikings. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Motion man is the tight end going right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This one is caught by Reed. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Demario Davis there on the play. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he will pick it up. Let's give him a first down up to the 37-yard line. Running left, it's McCaffrey. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. On the draw, here comes McCaffrey. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. Here's Daniel Whelan now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Vikings offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air once more on second down. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. Here now, third and 5. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Throwing now on first and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Tight end going in motion here. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. In motion, it's Waddle. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
In motion, it's Waddle. He'll look to throw here on first down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Jaden Reed was the intended target, and that'll set up fourth down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it left and has his running back looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. In motion, Reed. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, McCaffrey. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Demario Davis there on the play. 3rd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do, because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To the right side, this is McCaffrey. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. And that is incomplete. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. So now out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now a 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At the 48-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Vikings have got it. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
3rd and 5. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. His kick is perfect. And the Vikings are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. And this game really just illustrates how important home field is in the NFL. On paper, this didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll be one of the biggest surprises around the league this weekend.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And he'll be close to a first down, a gain of a couple as they mark him just short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. A gain of 11 there, and a first down.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs, keep this drive alive. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Eagles take over 1st and 2 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
For the Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those off.
And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Puka. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. A couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go 1st down from the 43. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A throw on the move is caught. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll look to throw again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now, faking the give. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from South Philly.